Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Veritas Et Fortitudo. So France, I think we still need to improve relations with. I never did start doing that. I'm a little bit concerned about them being pissed off about our merchants, but you know what happens. As our prestige is going up, it's affecting our better relations over time. So when I checked it last, we were gaining that back at like 5. Now it's up to 6.1. So it's only going to take like 4 years to make them happy again. Utrecht has just peaced out with Brabant, so this is what we were expecting at the very end of that last video. Utrecht just gave them 81 ducats, and that is it. So I don't think they successfully sieged this province. You can see by looking at the garrison, there's still 4,000 troops there. So what we should do is detach and then move over to the war goal again. And where'd my boats go? Do we still have a navy? Yeah, we do. We've still got most of our light ships. Let's grab that transport and see if we can blockade with that. I'm just going to have to, just going to ignore the names of these ships and just know that light ships are trade and transports are transports, and who knows why the names got all mixed up, but it is what it is. These have surprisingly large garrisons considering that it's so early in the game. We might actually take this. Since our guy has no siege value, it doesn't really matter where we put him. We have discovered an agent. Holland has been fabricating a claim on us. That's not particularly shocking. Where is Holland? Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. Holland, which one are you? You are this one. I knew that. And he is sitting on our capital, but, and surprisingly, we have a very small garrison. Why do we have such a small garrison and everyone else has large garrisons? Kind of like that. And how come the Hansa, you're in my darn war, aren't you? No, you're not, actually. I'm sure it's far too late to call you to war. That's right, we did that alliance after we started our war. Well, let's finish sieging up these, probably these two at least. Egypt has the Peasants' War. That sucks for them. They breached our walls in Limburg. So I'd like to wrap up one of these sieges so we can go fight these armies and protect our provinces. They seem to be getting much faster progress than we are. This one's apparently maxed out. I'm going to be really upset if we lose control of stuff before they do. We might break this one off. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so we should have a 100% war score against that guy. Utrecht. Not Utrecht. Oh, interesting. So against you, we technically have 100%. You're working on France, you're working on the Papal State, and you're working on Liege. Liege is probably the least important of them. I could have sworn that we would have 100% with this guy. Cologne. Oh, that's why. Cologne has more land over here. We didn't take their capital. I thought they only had one province. Well, let's just see if we can piece them out. Maybe. Oh no, they're not willing to consider anything. They feel pretty powerful right now. Well, in that case, I think we need to go and break that siege off. But he's got a commander, and we don't have a spare commander. Is there any way for us to get over here without going through this? At 0-3. You know, we barely even started the siege here. Why don't we just break that off again? Go to Gelre. We will bring along with us the army of Liege, which has 7 regiments. So we'll detach a siege here, and we'll just go take care of these armies first. National Epic. Okay, that sounds fine. More prestige is good. It's very, very inexpensive. We've lost the siege of Limburg. Of course, 14% chance. Absolutely. Why not? Why wouldn't we lose control of that army, or that province? Hopefully we can go and assault it back before he gets any further. Gelre has been discovered. Flanders has been discovered fabricating a claim. We've won that siege in Osnabrück. So we're doing really well in this war. I think we're going to come out vastly ahead. And yes, the garrison's still just at 380 troops. I think it's worth the assault. It just trashes our morale, but we are able to take it back without really any losses. And you know what, since you're there, why don't you just stay there, prevent him from spawning any more guys, and as soon as you guys get some morale, we'll go sit on Utrecht, the capital, and on the capital of Cologne. 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 Whatever it's called. Yeah, let's just go smash that. And he doesn't have enough morale to follow us around, so let me actually just attach that and see if we can get him to follow us. Attach to my unit, please. Pretty please. Thank you. Let's go. This away, Liege. Liège. Your armies are needed. Wonderful. Good job. Look at that fort level. Man, this thing is just impressive. This province. It has a tenaille already. Requires military tech 16, and it just starts the game off with one. I guess they really don't want you taking that guy. Or make it much harder than it normally would be. Alright, so individual war score. I don't know why we're already at 99 with them. Let's just maybe try to figure that out. If we talk to you directly, why are we at 99%? I mean, it says right here 99, but then when I go here it says 28. So, who understands that? We can't actually... Alright. We're talking with Utrecht. What I want, I think, since we have our claim, is I just want that war goal. And I want trade power from the other guys. So let's see if we can piece them out. Munster is this one. I would love your trade power. And the reason I like trade power is that I just like the trade game, and because you get money without taking on inflation. Look at all that inflation that you pick up. I mean, that's a lot. That's like taking 1.5 loans for just 24 ducats. That's just not very much. So you get money without taking on the inflation, and you get more money than you would from like their treasury. I'm really looking forward to the next expansion for EU for Wealth of Nations when it's more of a trade-focused expansion. That'll be pretty cool. I like trade, and I like trade power and wars that are about trade and all that stuff. It's fun. Unfortunately, we have some Colonian peasants have just risen up. 5 regiments of infantry with no leader. Hopefully they don't siege through that thing in like 3 months like they usually do. 32-day siege ticks. Here's a pretender in Ferrara. You just won the siege of Munster. Great. We're actually making money despite being over our force limit and stuff. Our army tradition is actually fantastic. 67. Naval tradition 28.8. Seems very easy to get that built up. We've just gained a trader. A level 3 trader. A little bit more than we can handle. Why don't we consider picking up a level 1 guy? We have no money, but Diplo Rep +5 is always very useful. On the other hand, interest per annum. Fort defense is also quite good if you're being sieged, but yeah, I think we'll probably have enough against Munster now. 64% is quite a lot. We could get trade power from them. We could do this, take a bunch of their money, but I don't really want to take on that point, all that inflation. I'm going to try to avoid taking money from people. I remember in my Luck of the Irish campaign, I was wondering why I always had so much damn inflation, and it's because I usually try to take monetary concessions. I think it only makes sense to take like tons of monetary concessions if they have a huge income, because then you get the amount of money you take is relative, I think, Like the inflation that you get, I think it's either related to their income or your income. I'm not really sure, but we'll just try to avoid that. So take your trade power. We'll make you annul your alliances. As many as we can. Just because it gives us prestige. That sounds pretty good. Why don't we... Well, you know what? We're at 28% with the Walls Breach. We might as well just let it finish. Then we can annul a few more treaties. Gain more prestige. It'll be good. I'd also like to end this with Cologne. I'd like to get them done before those peasants take that land back. Alright, yeah, so just annul to all your alliances. No alliances for you. And you give us your trade power. And that's about it, really. Sounds fine. Now get out of the war. So how much trade... Oh, you know what? All of his land, all of his trade power is in the next door node. That's funny. Oh, dear. Do we even have trade power here? We probably don't. We don't. Whatever. I don't care. We gained a bunch of prestige for kicking them, beating them up. I think it's worth it. And can we get you out of this war yet? Yeah, we can already take your trade power. And then make you annul a treaty. Any particular alliance that makes the most sense? Bremen, maybe? We'll just take the trade power and get him out. Please tell me they're at least in our node. Of course not. No, they're not. They're in the Frankfurt node. Jeez. That's so bad. So we're Gelre. We have received trade power from... Oh, so we did get some trade power here. 5 from Cologne and 1 from Munster. But we have none here, so we don't get anything from him. I would have to put a merchant here. Why don't we do that? Maybe that would make more sense than the French thing. Right now we have 3.72 here. Not much. Yeah, let's recall our merchant. And then we'll go try collecting from trade here. Oh god, it's out of our range by 5 units. That's bad. Never mind. That's unfortunate. Alright, current trade power, yeah. North Sea, I guess, yeah. Yeah, we'll just transfer again. That was kind of silly, actually. I'm very excited to start building buildings as soon as we actually get some technology. We need quite a few more points to do that. The Hansa now are being guaranteed by some guy. I think the easiest way for us to pick up some more, get our technology going, would be to just hire some advisors. And why don't we play to our strengths? We have tons of military points and tons of diplomatic points. I still think admin points are probably the most valuable. Oh, interesting. We're allowed to hold 1,250 points. That seems different. It's normally just 999. I wonder if that's because of our technology group? No, just for some reason it lets us hold more. Alright, seems fine. Seems legit. Whatever you say, boss. Alright, so what do we want to do? Oh, and did war taxes change? That's something else to consider. Nope. Let's take the Diplo Rep guy. That enables us to pass the Liquor Act. National tax modifier plus 5%. You know, spending 50 admin points this early in the game seems kind of not good. Trade range plus 60. Excellent. So we'll soon be able to make good on that. We can also start building things like docks. We have a loan coming due soon. Wonder if we can actually get away with maybe underpaying our army just a little bit. Now that we've won the war pretty clearly, I think. Yeah, let's not pass the Liquor Act. Let's just not and pretend like we did. And we have 28 papal influence. That was quick. I guess we go for somebody. What happens if we try to take from this guy? I mean, he's Oh, okay. There's plenty of other people who have points in him. We'll go for this guy because he's kind of young. The Curia game is one of those things I still think is kind of tedious, whether it's vanilla vanilla EU4 or not. We still have Lüneburg in the war, but we have no individual war score against them. And they're still on high enthusiasm, so... Utrecht is now down to -1 stability. I imagine their prestige is getting hurt pretty well. Down to 2. Hey, we can get Diplo Tech. Excellent. Yes, please. We'll take it. Now, because of that, I think it does probably make more sense to send a guy to collect from trade here. The Lübeck node has a lot of money, 20 ducats. And we can get some trade power from Munster for a few more years. So let's collect from trade the guy who's in Paris. Just to see what happens. Right now we're making 3.04. And once he gets there... Yep, that made us a lot more, an extra 0.66, like 65 ducats a month. So here, the Hansa, wow, they are really dominating. We've got a bunch of ships. Tons of provincial trade power. Damn. And we are like down here at the very bottom. And we have the collecting from trade not in capital, minus 25.9%. Is it just me, or does that penalty seem much smaller? Do we actually have a negative mercantilism score? Interesting. Our current level of mercantilism provides the following benefits. Provincial trade power is up. Production efficiency is modified by mercantilism. And our trade power abroad gets reduced. Interesting. Some new modifiers there. Either way, though, I still feel like that collect from trade not in capital seems weaker than before. Normally it's a 50% penalty. But either way, I mean, we've got a tiny bit of trade power here. Again, I'm assuming most of that trade power is coming from Munster 7.1. Yep. That's the great thing about it. We're only, our merchant provides, where is it? See what the math is doing. 2.0 minus 22.3% is like whatever, and then plus 7.1. So it's like 1.5 plus 7.1. So the plus 7.1 from Munster does not get the penalty applied. That's why it kind of makes sense to do that until that truce ends. So hopefully we can end this. Come on, take it. We have no cannons, so once we get this is actually the best we can do, 21%. So from here we just continue to water shortage, defenders desert, just whittle down the garrison, or a 1/5 chance of actually breaking the holding. Oh geez, we have apparently a Regency Council. Awesome. And our guy is 2. I love when that happens. And we have 6 Pretender regiments that are going to rise up in Gelre. Well, we should probably get Michael Sleuter there and have him fight those. Naturally, they have a 2-0 commander. And our royal marriage with the Hansa just ended. So, gosh, this is a really close fight for some reason. We've succeeded, though. I suppose we should probably be at full maintenance if we're going to have fights. And we get military tech level 1, so we get some more infantry and cavalry shock value, a slightly increased supply limit, slightly increased morale, slightly increased tactics. I didn't mention it in the first video, but this is one of the things I really like about this mod, is instead of having these big, huge changes every couple levels, they've made it so that tactics increase just a little bit every level. Same thing with like morale, supply limits, production efficiency, trade range, like everything's more incremental. So I really like that. It makes it so that like level 11 doesn't get smashed by level 12. It's still significant, but it's not going to be the end of the world if you have to fight someone who's 1 tech level ahead. Let's repay that 1 loan. We are losing money again. Let's try to stay as close as high as possible. I mean, we have like 12 years of peace coming up now because of this dumb Regency Council, but it doesn't look like this siege wants to fall. If we could just breach the walls, just roll a 14, then we'd be fine. Let's go on speed 5. Take it. There we go. Okay, so send our war. We're going to do nothing but, full annexation. We have to. No diplo power costs. We do suffer some aggressive expansion and overextension. So we will get to see what this whole capacity thing does now. So we've obtained our naval buildings. We've got our new lands. Come on, let me click on the province. Thank you. And we need to spend 280 points. Holy crap. I had no idea that archbishoprics cost an extra 125% extra. Yikes. Ons Vaderland. The Dutch Piopel Zeri to be united under a single ruler. So attack Holland, create a proper fleet. Wow. Well, this is going to be one heck of a bear to annex, but you know, it's got the oh, you know what? I could have seen it if I had just looked at this darn thing. Local trade power plus 20%, local trade value plus 25. Maybe what we should do is create them as a vassal. We satisfied our mission. If we create them as a vassal, we can just annex them and not pay those points. Let's do that. An archbishop has ascended. Excellent. So, yeah, we took the aggressive expansion, but I'm not going to pay that much for it. We'll improve relations with them and annex them in 1323. 10 years. Alright, I'm going to take a break here. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.